Towson. They came in here and played a great football game, and it turned out to, be a battle that came down to the wire, and congratulate them on that. We knew it'd be a tough, hard-fought game, and anytime you finish your season when when it's a win or go home situation, especially the deeper you get, the more it's going to hurt. And but also you credit them, and we hold our heads up high, knowing that we're going to continue to come back fighting, and so proud of this 2013 Eastern football team. I am. I know certain end results, aren't always what your ultimate goal is, but in terms of the end result, the way these guys competed, stayed together, fought, scrapped, left it on the field, it was all out there. So everyone in that locker room is hurting, but should hold their heads up high. And I also want to make a statement just thanking the seniors for help paving the way to not only this year, but the path that has been paved since 2009 when a lot of them got here and redshirted. And they've helped to continue to make these strides, and we'll be back at it again. So, but again, it's just hard right now.
Well, how much of an adjustment is it when you have a quarterback that comes into the game that you really don't have a lot of film on, you don't know a lot of his nuances, that type of thing?
I mean, there's a little bit of an adjustment, but we had some film on him. He had played before in their Wildcat system, so to speak, and he had run some plays from that, from that set. So we kind of knew a little bit about him, but there's maybe a few things you adjust, but nothing major.
Coach, we heard Vernon's perspective on that series right before the half. Coach's perspective.
Well, it's always easy after the fact. If you're out there in the heat of the battle and you're at the 1 yard line, and all of a sudden you see a crease to get in the end zone, pretty easy for us to sit up in the stands or sit there after the fact and go, why didn't he throw that? That's pretty easy. The hard thing is to be out there in that split-second decision as you're rolling out and to think, oh, the end zone's there, and then all of a sudden it closes up on the half-yard line. He said it. He takes ownership to himself, but you know what? I could have done something, left him in the pocket. You know what? And then maybe if I leave him in the pocket, it's either a throw or a not. So I got him outside the pocket. That's what I thought, and looking back on that, there's other things. I could have called something else, on the play that got stuffed, on Quincy's play that got stuffed, and I had to use the timeout. I could have made a better call down there. So it's never one play or this, that, or the other. It's a collective effort. We all just go back and find ways where we could have done things better. That's how we look at it.
Their final drive there under 2 minutes, did they do something different on offense? Make some adjustments that you weren't really prepared for?
No, I don't think so. They just made a few plays, did a few things, and give them credit for that. When we've been in that situation before and been able to make those plays, and it's hard. It's hard to do on both sides of the ball. It is, and I give them credit for making those plays. But it's also hard sometimes when you're on defense and they're always in 4-down territory, and to get that, to get into that type of rhythm too. It can be hard on both sides of the ball. They made, a play or two more, but I'm sure you can go back and find. We keep pointing out certain plays, but realistically, there's hidden plays in that game that could have been the difference, or hidden calls by us or whatever. So it's just it's two great teams, and it comes down to inches sometimes. Definitely when you're in the semifinals.